Napoleon is directed by Ridley Scott, starring Joaquin and Vanessa Kirby, and is the latest film from Ridley Scott, and is another historical drama from him, similar to Gladiator that came out in the year 2000. Now, just kind of thinking back on like how many historical dramas he's done, I can only think of Gladiator and this one. I don't really think he has made really any others. I mean, I know he made the first Alien film, he made the first Blade Runner film. Okay, what else did he make? He made The Martian. I can't think of many others from the top of my head, but I do know that he did create the Alien franchise and he did create the Blade Runner franchise. But anyway, so I saw this movie a couple of days ago and I did really enjoy it. It was very well shot, very clear, very crisp, very good direction when it came to the action scenes. So I will give him a massive amount of points for that. I think the rest of the movie kind of didn't really kind of hold up or like catch up to like how good the battle scenes were. I mean, it was a fine retelling of the life of Napoleon, and it does look, at least from my opinion, that it was very well documented and very well researched into his life and all the events that happened. And Joaquin was great as ever. There was some really good scenes where he put some really good performances, and Vanessa Kirby was pretty good as well. I didn't really find really the romance going on between Napoleon and Josephine to be really that interesting. It was very cliched. It was kind of just like another, you know, they were kind of at war with each other and they were sort of kind of spitting in each other's face, and they were just growing apart as more and more time went on. I didn't really find Vanessa Kirby's character to be all that interesting, unfortunately. I mean, Vanessa Kirby did a good job playing the character, and she did put on some good performances, but I just don't think the character itself was very well constructed, and her character did come off to be very flat and pretty uninteresting, and she seemed to be like scared all the time of like everything, and Napoleon, which is probably a reason why she left. So yeah, I did like Vanessa in this movie, but it is Napoleon. It definitely is Joaquin Phoenix's movie for sure. I really don't know how this can really be fixed, because like it is a very well executed period drama with great action scenes, great direction, great acting. So, but it just felt like there was something missing from it, like there was maybe the Napoleon's relationship could have been a bit more interesting. Had a few things going on. It wasn't very uplifting at all. It was just, you know, like a lot of the movies that came out this year, just very dark, depressing, very sad, with no real uplifting vibes to it at all. It wasn't funny. There was no jokes in it, and overall, I was But at the end of the day, it was basically what I was expecting it to be, so I can't really criticize it that much. But for what I'm saying, for what it executed well, it did do very well. I mean, you watch these movies for the fight scenes, for the battle scenes, and the battle scenes are pretty stellar. The drama is there, the performances are there, the acting is there. So I think overall I'll probably give this an 8 out of 10. I am being pretty generous to this movie. I did really enjoy it, but I do feel like it did have some pretty glaring flaws, which I don't really know how they could have been fixed, but overall it was a very decent, satisfying, entertaining historical drama. If you go to this movie, you're basically going to get what you expected. It is definitely worth watching at least once, in my opinion. But I do think that Ridley Scott has definitely made better films in the past. I still think The Martian is one of his best films because of how it actually has a very uplifting atmosphere, despite the character Matt Damon being put in a very desolate and hopeless situation. It's a story all about hope, and this film didn't have any hope. So it was pretty a bit dullish in some aspects, a bit desolate, but it was entertaining. So that's what I think about Napoleon. I do still recommend go see it if you love like big cinema, big action fight scenes and things like that. I am still really looking forward to Wonka. That's coming out later this month. It does look like it's going to be a very uplifting and bright and very imaginative and fun film, which I feel like that's something that I haven't really gotten in a while, so I'm looking forward to seeing that and reviewing that when it came out. I'm also really looking forward to see George Miller's new film, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. The trailer dropped for it a couple of nights ago, and I'm very excited from what I'm seeing. It looks like it's going to be a blast. So yeah, that's basically what I'm looking forward to. But anyway, thanks for supporting the channel, thanks for watching, you guys are the best, and as always, take care. Thank you.